Oh, oh God. Ladies and gentlemen, Gapester here. This is the normal healer guide for Iron Juggernaut. As usual, if you want the full raid guide with more details, or any other of the role guides, click on the annotations on screen. So let's get started. So there are two basic phases to this fight, the siege mode and the assault mode. Throughout both of these, the main mechanic that will be most important to worry about is mines, the crawler mines. The reason for this is that these deal the most significant single target spike damage throughout the fight. Basically, the mines spawn in sets of 3, as you see there, and when a player right-clicks on a mine, they will take 1.2 million physical damage base, so before reductions, of course, and be shot into the air a little bit. Usually, the tank that is basically not on the boss at the time will try to soak up the majority of these. However, if he or she is not able to do so, other players in the raid can and should pick them up. The idea is that you do not want 2 or 3 mines to explode simultaneously. So you have 15 seconds in which to deactivate or explode the mines purposely. So here you can see I'm going to right-click one and I fly up in the air, and with a 50% damage reduction and my own mitigation from being a monk, I took about 400,000 damage. So it's a sizable chunk, to be sure. So as a healer, the best thing you can do is focus on keeping everyone topped off. Generally speaking, the tank will take, moderate damage as usual. But the best thing you want to do is focus on keeping the rest of the raid topped off if they're valid targets for soaking mines. You may want to set up a system so that you know which players will or will not get the mine at any given time, and therefore you can make sure that they're full health. But otherwise, focus on the tank, especially the off-tank that's doing mines, or players that might step on them. You as a healer can feel free to do mines as well, like you saw I did one. You just need a pretty strong cooldown to do so. So make sure you have that damage reduction before you step on one. Now, siege mode is where the majority of the raid-wide damage will occur in this fight. So this is where you're going to want to use your healing cooldowns, raid-wide cooldowns, stuff like that. During this phase, which lasts a little over a minute, everyone in the raid will take 40,000 damage per second. In addition to that, there are a few other extra abilities, including crawler mines still, puddles on the ground that deal damage, and a laser that will chase a random raid member. If this laser touches a pool on the ground, it will explode and hit the entire raid for heavy damage. So if you are chased by the laser in particular, make sure you run it around the outside of the room or somewhere away from the puddles. Otherwise, as a healer, your basic goal is to stay close to the boss or in the center of the raid, and again, try to mass heal everyone, keep them topped off, especially, once again, players that are trying to soak the crawler mine damage, because that's a pretty significant amount during the phase when you're taking heavy damage anyway. So don't be afraid to use all your raid cooldowns during that phase. After the minute or so is up, he'll go back into assault mode, and things will get much more stable from there, and things just repeat after that. It's a real basic fight overall. So just dodge the ground effects, handle the mines, keep the tanks and the mine soakers topped off, and use raid cooldowns during siege mode. And that'll do it. That is the normal healer guide for Iron Juggernaut. As always, good luck, and thanks for watching.